has surged as more women seek to achieve flawless skin and enhance their appearance. Well, this trend is driven by a combination of beauty aspirations, social media influence, and the growing skincare awareness, making the beauty industry one of the country's fastest growing markets. Mariam Mohammed reports.
Many Nigerian women face societal pressure to achieve a certain skin tone, leading some to use skincare products that pose health risks. The preference for lighter skin tones, fueled by colorism, has driven some women to use skin lightening products containing harmful substances like mercury, hydroquine. These chemicals can cause severe skin damage, including burns, skin thinning, discoloration, and potentially long-term health complications. Furthermore, many of these products are imported from countries like China, India, and United States. The pursuit of lighter or even toned skin is often influenced by media representation, beauty standards, and cultural beliefs that associate fair skin with beauty and success. However, many consumers remain unaware of the potential dangers as some products are misleading, labeled, or marketed with inadequate warnings. Despite these concerns, the skincare industry remains highly profitable, generating over $2 billion in revenue between 2023 and 2024. Nigeria is currently the largest market in West Africa and the third largest in Africa after Egypt, South Africa, North Ethiopia.
A lot of people are...
To gain further insight, TVC News spoke with Sylvia Okeke, a patient undergoing acne treatment at a cosmetic dermatology center.
Oh, yes, I was using products when I was in school. Here back in university, I started experiencing this acne from my second year, and I've been trying to fix it myself. I would go online, I'll see tretinoin, benzoic acid. I was using all those before I graduated, and then my mom was like, let's go see a professional.
She shared how her treatment has helped restore her confidence.
I've been doing this treatment for like past over 6 months now, and I can say that I've seen a huge improvement in my skin because I know where I'm coming from. My skin wasn't like this. I had so many breakouts, they were big, but now
Skincare professionals at the clinic advise individuals with skin concerns to seek expert guidance rather than experimenting with various products, which could lead to further skin damage.
Before you use anything, before you go for any product, consult first. I know niacinamide is trending, tretinoin, azelaic acid, different thing. You need to know that what works for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B. But it's important when you consult and know this is what works for me. And acne is a bacteria. It will not just disappear in one day. So you can treat it for like 6 months. Once your acne is under control, you're good to go. Nobody have cure for acne. All we're trying to do is just to manage it.
Meanwhile, other industry experts urge consumers to research skincare products thoroughly before use.
Well, we have a lot of people who come in here, every day asking for recommendations, asking for consultations, and we don't have a professional in store, and what we're doing here is not just to sell you products. Of course, we're here for business, but we won't just sell you whatever we want to sell you or whatever you're ready to buy. We will advise you based on the knowledge that we have. If we feel you have major issues which need a professional, we partner with dermatologists, estheticians here in Abuja, which we refer you to. And we've had a lot of people go there and they come back and buy products from us, or they go there, they get treatments, and they have good outcomes.
NAFDAC, as Nigeria's regulatory body for consumer products, has implemented stricter measures to curb the production and importation of counterfeit skincare products.
They would just say they want to mix some kind of skincare products for you. And they mix it, and when they mix all these things, without knowing the composition, without knowing the real active ingredients, the impact and the effect of these active ingredients in the body, without taking into cognizance the fact that our skins are all different, and that what is acceptable to my skin may not be acceptable to the skin of another person. So they use the same kind of formulation to produce all these things that are very, very harmful. Either they put or they added some products that makes it that beyond the normal threshold, or they include some additional chemicals that goes far beyond what is a requirement. And that is why we are having this serious problem of the skin totally being peeled off. The skin, what makes the color of the skin, whatever color of the skin anybody have, is due to the melanin in the skin. That is all that forms the color. And that melanin is a very thin film. And the reason for this very film is to protect our skin, our body, from ultraviolet rays from the sun, so that the rays of the sun do not get into the flesh, and then begin to affect the flesh, because that could cause cancer. It could cause a lot of very serious problems in the skin. Unfortunately, all these chemicals help to remove that melanin. And unfortunately, the second unfortunate thing I want to say is that even after you remove it, if you do not use that chemical or that cream continuously, you are using it continuously, the skin will return back, because the skin has a way of healing itself. So it's a way of somebody deliberately injuring himself or herself. I say himself or herself because it's not only women that use cosmetics. There are men also that use cosmetics in this country. A lot of men also use cosmetics. Unfortunately, there are incidents of even people, women, deliberately using cosmetics of their newborn babies. The baby is born, the color is there, they use the cosmetics just to change this, thereby damaging irreparably the skin of the little baby, who does not even have a choice in that matter now, just a victim.
To gauge public perception, TVC News went to the streets of Abuja, where residents shared their views on skincare products in Nigeria.
You can see their face, very black here. They try to remove it, they can't. So they are just foolishing themselves, because if they maintain their own body, their own skin, I think that one will be better.
Because some people cannot do without bleaching their body. Some people feel so inferior, because that's what I call it. If you are dark in complexion, God created you as a dark person, and you try to change your complexion from dark to fair, it means you are feeling inferior.
My own view, men chasing after women which are lighter skin, that is the choice. But I don't think that it means a good law. It is not. There is not purely based on love. If we are chasing women because of their skin, because skin does not show love. Skin is just like a physical, facial appearance.
While the booming skincare industry presents economic opportunities, there is a growing need for stricter regulations to ensure consumer safety and prevent the influx of harmful products. Caring for one's skin is very important, but Nigerian women need to prioritize their health over trends, invest in natural and dermatologist-approved products, which will lead to better skin in the long run. Maria Mohammed, TVC News, Abuja.
Quite an interesting piece by our own Miriam Daniels. Miriam Mohammed, apologies to say. Well, in a world where challenges are often seen as barriers, some extraordinary women have turned their disabilities into stepping stones for greatness. And in this report, Nena Gabriel brings us the inspiring story of Nigeria's unstoppable Paralympian world champions.
In the bustling city of Umuahia live two remarkable women, Onyinyechi Mark and Esther Nwogu. They have defied the odds, embraced their abilities, and pursued greatness with unwavering determination. The saying that there is ability in disability can be seen in the lives of these women. We will take you through on how these Paralympians have become trailblazers in the world of sports. Onyinyechi, a native of Yukwano in Abia State, moves with the aid of a walking stick. Despite this challenge staring her in the face, she remains undeterred. Her eyes are set on one goal: success.
6, 7.
With over 11 years of experience as a para-powerlifter, Onyinyechi has competed in numerous international tournaments and emerged victorious. She made history at the 2024 Paris Paralympics, clinching a gold medal and setting a new world record in the 61 kg category. In her debut, she shattered records twice, first with a 147 kg lift and then with an astonishing 150 kg power lift. This is a feat only a heart of steel can accomplish.
I started this game, I was like, can I do this? Because it's so painful. But as time goes on, I understand that the game is being interesting. So I started doing it. I said to myself, if physically challenged people like me can do this, why can't I?
Esther, from Okwa West in Abia State, navigates life in a wheelchair. But for her, mobility is not a limitation. It is just another aspect of her journey. With 13 years in sports, she has amassed numerous medals, including a silver in the women's up to 41 kg para-powerlifting event in Paris 2024. With a lift of 118 kg, she set 2 new Paralympic records, cementing her name among the world's best. To get a glimpse of her daily life, we followed Esther to the popular Isigate market. Effortlessly maneuvering her rechargeable wheelchair, she goes about her shopping with composure. Her presence commands attention. Sellers, buyers, and passers-by stop in admiration. To her, it's just another normal day.
As a person with disability, it is what you call yourself that people will see you as. If you see yourself as someone who is disabled, people will see you as someone who is disabled. A lot of do's and don'ts, a lot of things to skip, a lot of sacrifices just to make sure that you become an active and a clean athlete.
As the sun sets, the duo heads to the Umuahia Township Stadium for their training session. These rigorous routines have become second nature.
4, 5.
An essential preparation for upcoming competitions and, ultimately, their means of livelihood. Rather than allowing their disabilities to define them, they have honed their strengths, rising to become powerlifting champions.
It's a bit louder in a few seconds. For a new world record, 150 kilograms. The lift is complete. Eyes turn to the scoreboard, and it's a new world record again. Onyinyechi Mark with 150 kilograms.
At the 2024 Paris Paralympics, Onyinyechi and Esther embodied skill, resilience, and an unshakable belief in their potential. They didn't just compete, they conquered, securing gold and silver medals for Nigeria.
If I did not say, let me just try this, I cannot be here today. I cannot be a world record holder. So it's because I put my efforts, everything, strength, and look upon that place that I'm going.
The difference between me and the other women are just my wheelchair. And this wheelchair makes me, a very special human, because I see it, I don't see it as a wheelchair, I see it as my throne. So it makes me feel like a queen.
Following their triumphant outing, Governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, hosted the champions at his Mvosi residence in October. He celebrated their achievements with monetary gifts and promised them automatic employment. The air was thick with joy. Faces lit up with excitement. Voices erupted in cheers. Normalizing the celebration of Paralympians like Onyinyechi and Esther should not be an afterthought. Their journey is one of perseverance, not just against physical challenges, but also societal biases. Instead of succumbing to despair, they have found strength in their sport and in themselves. But there is more to Esther than just sports. She is a singer.
Because he lives, I can face tomorrow.
Her melodious tunes don't just entertain, they inspire, transforming lives one note at a time. Interestingly, both women are also skilled hairdressers, proving yet again that there are no limits to what they can achieve even in the face of disability. So, what fuels their drive in a world that isn't always welcoming?
Believing in myself and what I can do. And I never let my disability define me.
When you love something, you work towards it. Then you train hard. I train hard. I put all my strength, everything in me to make sure that I succeed.
Beyond personal achievements, their ambitions stretch even further. Esther has launched a foundation aimed at supporting the education of children with disabilities, orphans, and the underprivileged. Despite their triumphs, challenges remain: stigma, accessibility, and societal stereotypes.
A person with disability in this phase of the world, mostly in Africa, is a challenge on its own. Stigmatizations, discrimination. My family did a whole lot of works, to build my self-esteem.
People look down on us, people with disabilities. People look down on us, especially when you want to go and meet someone. You will see that that place is not accessible for you to move in. Sometimes they will say, "Wangwara, just shift aside. Let us just look on those that can walk."
With the next big competition on the horizon, Onyinyechi and Esther are training relentlessly, pushing their limits once more. Their dream? To stand on the world stage again, celebrated not just for their medals, but for their enduring impact on the world.
This is a reminder that challenges are stepping stones to greatness. You need to show resilience in whatever your hands find to do. And that way, you would be celebrated someday. Nina Gabriel, TVC News, Umuahia, Abia State.
Well, our correspondent Nina Gabriel joins me now to share her thoughts on this Sunday special she just brought on the news at 10. Nina, I get to understand that most of these women who shared their stories with you, quite inspiring, I would say, had a bit of a challenge in terms of social inclusion, more or less. But what would you hope to see differently going forward to enable people living with disabilities have access to facilities, have access to equal opportunities? What can you tell us?
Okay, good evening and thank you. Just like I reported, these women have shown resilience. They've shown that they can achieve a lot more than what the world think, they would have achieved. And even accessibility is a problem as well. Okay, just like you asked me, I think the government at all levels should accommodate these set of persons because there are some areas that they would like to penetrate or even attend events, but you find out they can't access those venues and they can't access those places. So I think going forward, government should try to accommodate persons with disabilities. If they are constructing or erecting any building for public purposes, they should be considered, because this is one of the challenges they face. The other challenge is that of stigma. These people are humans too, and they have a lot to achieve for themselves and also for the society, just like we have seen in the lives of Esther and Onyinyechi. So I think people should normalize, accommodating this set of persons so that they will begin to, have a feel of life.
I would have loved to have one more question with you, but maybe briefly, tell me, what was your experience like when you were sharing their stories? What lessons did you learn, a thing or two, about their impactful stories?
Okay, while I was even shooting, I had to cry, when they were telling me stories of how people actually neglect them, how people treat them. So I actually shed tears while I was recording these women. But I feel that, before now, you feel that these people can't actually do much for themselves. But we have seen that there are a lot that they can do for themselves. And I know that going forward, they would also, do more for the society.
All right, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Nnenna Gabriel, for sharing your perspectives on this latest Sunday special you have for us. And that's it on the news this hour. For more updates on the stories we are monitoring, you can also check us on our website, tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on all our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. On YouTube, we're also live at TVC News Nigeria. Many thanks for watching. I'm Esther Makwariola. Bye for now.